Hey everyone, welcome to From the Depths. I'm Menti, and this is episode 109 of the Battleship Brawl Season 4 tournament, and it is the last episode. This is it. This is the final round of the Grand Finals. Whoever wins this is the Grand Champion of Season 4. This episode we've got the St. Augustin by Shieldmate going up against the April Showers by Mr. Nuclealizer. So yeah, let's go ahead and get right into this, find out who is going to be the Grand Champion here. I think this will be quite an interesting match to see. It's basically going to go down to who can, survive better, really. The April Showers survivability is mostly through evasion, with some pretty decent armor to back it up, while the Augustin survives with redundancy and quick repairs and decent armor. Like, it's not very hard to ship to hit. Some of the cathedral getting blown away there. The guns did get damaged, but it has been repaired, so it wasn't too terribly damaged. Basically, whoever runs out of materials to repair with first is probably going to lose. The Augustin does do some maneuvering to be evasive, but it's not like what the April Showers does. And the April Showers does have pretty good armor as well, so it's entirely possible that, yeah, I mean, look, like, we just saw several shells hit it directly in the side, and, I mean, there's some holes, but nothing major. Barely any damage, really. Augustin down to 98%, April Showers at 99%. So the April Showers has better armor and just general survivability, I would say. But the Augustin has a lot more firepower. Just through sheer weight of the number of shells it fires. Gives it a much better chance of landing a shell that, blows off some barrels and does some damage to the gun. It makes them less accurate and more likely to miss. Well, there are a lot of disabled guns on the Augustin right now. It is working at bringing them back, and the April Showers was behind in materials there for a minute, but those damage, like, gun parts are expensive to repair. Then I realized, if, like, a wooden beam, I think, costs 4 materials, and it takes up 4 blocks. And then, like, 1 block on an actual gun can cost up to, like, I think the most expensive component are the high explosive pellets at like 20 materials a pop. So those can get quite expensive. St. Augustin down to 2,200 materials and rapidly losing them. It's also behind in hit points by more than 5%. If the match ended this second, the April Showers would win. There are just so many streaks of shells going back and forth between these two powerful competitors. Oh, that shell ricocheted off of the top of the April Showers there. See, the Augustin is missing a lot of his shots, and what shots are landing are not particularly effective. But if it lands, multiple shots through a single turret, it'll probably disable it. that was a hit right to the top of that turret, but it did not do much. April Showers at 99%, Augustin at 90%. Both vehicles out of materials to repair with. Any damage they take at this point is permanent. The April Showers is in the lead. Showers taking some, or Augustin taking some hits to its bow there, which we know its JBGs are down here for steering. One of them has actually been knocked out, it looks like. Yeah, the propeller is not on there, so it has lost a bit of maneuverability. April Showers has a 10% HP lead over its opponent. Showers is missing several of its shots as well, and the amount of fire coming from it seems to have lessened a bit. One of the guns get damaged or something? Doesn't look like it. I mean, they have barrel damage, but otherwise, no, they seem fine. April Showers losing a few barrels off of this cannon here, but the guns themselves are still active. It is continuing to widen the HP lead, and the bows of ooh, that looks like a JBG that's been damaged and removed. Yeah, you can see the sister to it on this side. That's not good for a ship that likes to stay out at range and kite. Losing its maneuverability is a good way to end up out of range and getting disqualified. There's quite a bit of listing going on with the April Showers, and it's very low in the water. That's a bit dangerous in and of itself. Let's go check in on the Augustin, which, with all the wood it has, I doubt it's even possible to actually sink. The Augustin is battered and just shredded. Most of its weapons have been disabled. It has a few guns left here and there. Augustin not giving up, but it is well behind. Over a 15% lead. Or no, about 14%. Math is hard, especially when the numbers keep changing. Augustin is pretty much a wreck at this point. And we only have 10 seconds left in the match, so I think round one's fate has been sealed. Augustin's simply not able to do enough damage to the April showers to finish it off, but man, is it low in the water. It may very well be able to get an 80% in sinking, because it was quite close. But yeah, round one, victory for the April showers. We're going to go ahead and get into round two here. We'll get that started right away. I think that first round was closer than it looked, because while the April showers had plenty more health, it was not far off from getting a sinking despawn. April showers doing its thing, making a whole bunch of shells from the Augustin miss. Augustin has several guns disabled here already, and while they're likely to get repaired, again, those are extremely expensive components to fix compared to, you know, just like these wooden slopes and the stone beams of armor that it has. That will make it burn through its materials quite quickly. Look at that, Augustin's down to 97% health and also 7k materials. The April showers' shells are strong enough that when they do hit in this armor belt, they tend to kill whatever guns are in that area. They get in deep enough and do enough damage. The guns do not survive when it hits them. And that is not good for the Augustin. See, there are a couple more guns. Actually, that might just be a range issue? Yeah, there they go. Now they're aiming again. Some of them. I think the April showers actually got far enough ahead that the guns couldn't aim to the right far enough to fire. The Augustin has caught up a bit in terms of materials. April Showers only has 1,000 more. It may have taken damage to one of its guns as well and had to fix them. Again, whoever runs out of materials first is going to be at an extreme disadvantage, because from that point on, if they lose a gun, it's gone. And that's particularly bad for the April Showers because it has a lot less, like less than half the guns that the Augustin does. Oh, looks like the bow there got over-penetrated. Constant stream of shells from the Augustin coming in, many of them missing, and again, the ones that do hit don't do a ton of damage. Because while the Augustin has more guns, each shell is not as strong. And the April Showers has pretty good armor, mostly because of the angling and the flat top hull. Gives it some really good armor. But the evasiveness of the April Showers takes away the Augustin's biggest advantage in number of shells, because it makes so many of them miss that it's basically like a conventional ship fighting a conventional ship as far as like number of impacts go. But then when those impacts are not, up to snuff because the Augustin's guns are individually weak, well, that puts you at a pretty big disadvantage. Augustin ran out of materials first, but the April Showers is right there with it. It has 2 materials left. After that, all damage is pretty much all damage is permanent at this point. It can basically heal 2 wooden blocks that get damaged, which it already did. So now damage is truly permanent for both vehicles. But when you reach that point and one ship has a 10% HP lead, that's, that's not good for the one that's behind. So I think even if the April Showers just simply stopped firing right now, the Augustin would struggle to do enough damage to win the match before the time limit ran out. Not saying it couldn't do it, it wouldn't be easy. Now, if the April Showers stopped moving, it would be pretty easy, because you take away that evasiveness, the April Showers doesn't have a whole lot of defense left to it. Oh, one of the turrets has been disabled. It got nailed pretty hard. Definitely going to make a difference in the rate of change between the Augustin and the April Showers. But again, I don't know that the Augustin can do enough damage it basically would have to do 15% damage, roughly, to the April showers in order to get a win. Otherwise, you know, it either loses or draws. It could also be possible for the April showers to sink. Plus, I guess it is important to note that with the April showers getting lower and lower in the water, it's going to move slower and slower. It's going to accelerate less and less, which is going to make more and more shells hit. So the more damage it takes, the more damage, well, it takes. The more damaged it becomes, the faster it takes damage. That's a better way of saying it. And it is entirely possible that the April showers could sink. It's not a terribly likely scenario, but it's possible. Destroying that one gun actually seems to have been a pretty critical shot for the Augustin, because suddenly there's only a 7%, just barely more than 6% HP difference between the two. It's almost enough to pull us into draw territory. Really close right now. We've got 1 minute and 45 left. And that HP difference is holding pretty steady between the two ships right now. Under 7% difference with a 1 minute 20 left on the clock. The Augustin's gonna have to push, get some damage in. And hopefully not have one of the. Oh, if that popping off is probably a good chunk of hit points. That decorative turret could very well spell the loss for the Augustin. April showers sitting extremely low in the water again, but it does look like it's going to hold on. Yep, it cannot get an 80% sinking at this point. It will get saved by the clock. is it, folks. Round 2 is over. And that is a 7.1% HP difference, meaning the April Showers wins round 2. And the tournament. We have our grand champion, folks, the April Showers by Mr. Nuclealizer, taking home the gold. So that was one heck of a battle. The April Showers kind of had a lead the whole time, but it was always like... Well, I mean, okay, round 2 it was pretty April Showers, but round 1 it was kind of like, you know, it was going back and forth. Round 2, towards the end there, it was looking like the Augustin might make a comeback and at least get a draw, but it did not quite get that. But that is the end of this tournament. There will be no more. I may do some, well, not may, I'm going to do some bonus battle episodes where I'll you know, put two competitors who didn't see each other into the tournament up against one another and see how they do. Or I have a couple of blueprints from people who the entries didn't qualify by the rules, but they were still kind of cool, and I may, you know, use those to just do some bonus battles and whatnot to keep some videos coming out until the 1st of March. The 1st of March is the due date for the blueprints for my next tournament, which is the Tank Tussle. Yeah, we're going back on land, doing some battle between some tanks. The forum post will be linked in the description, but the forums have been a little bit wonky lately, so I would probably recommend that you join my Discord and check out the rules there. I have them put in a Google Doc with in a pinned message so that people can reach them easily. So yeah, those are due on the 1st, which is a Friday, and then that following Monday I plan on starting episodes of that tournament. Between now and then I'll do some bonus episodes. It may not be a daily basis, may or may not. Depends on what my schedule looks like and whether I feel like doing it, because, you know, this is 109 episodes. I could use a break. So yeah, other than that, folks, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for sticking around for this tournament. It's been a blast. There will be a Season 5. I do intend on doing that. Whether it comes after the Tank Tussle or after something else, or maybe I'll run 2 tournaments at once. Who knows what'll happen. Not making any promises in any direction there, but all of those are technically possible. So yeah, I'll see you on the battlefield.